Marvel Studios assembles a brand new team of heroes in Marvel Studios, The Marvels. Hey everyone, Joe here from the Collection Compass, and welcome to our Marvel Studios, The Marvels home media unboxing. I hope you're doing well out there, hope you're staying safe out there in the bigger world. In just a matter of days, in terms of when this is being uploaded, we will have the next installment, Deadpool Wolverine, right on our tips in our local feeders. However, it's just timely to kind of go back a little bit, just a tad bit. You know, it may be time for like the next big thing, but like let's go a little bit back to last year in 2023, where we were introduced to a brand new team called the Marvels, introducing multiple heroes that we've already met at some variation, whether on the big screen or the small, coming together in a theatrical adventure, which, well, it was, well, just somehow became the lowest grossing MCU film of all time since 2008. In 2023, 15 years later. I'm still surprised by it. I'm just like very shocked by it after all this time. Just, you know, how that film just performed. Commercially, we're not here to talk about it critically. That's a whole separate thing. But here we are, the whole media run of the Marvels, which honestly, despite how the film turned out financially, I'm still very happy that Disney still gave it a pretty decent home media series. So you have a pretty good DVD, a pretty good home Steelbook, and of course, obviously, your usual 4K goodies. And honestly, you know, just in general, like, I've just been, like, very happy with how Disney has been killing it with the Steelbook games, especially with the Disney Plus line of things. We just wrapped up a little series about that, and now here we are with the next one. And honestly, I'm just, again, very, very, very surprised of how much TLC they've been putting into it. I'm just being completely honest with you. Like, I was actually blown away by it. And, you know, we'll talk more about that in a second. But honestly, you know, the Marvels, be as what it may be as a movie, how it performed commercially, I think in terms of just still for the whole media for the physical collectors, I think this is just another, like, if you're whatever line of form you're collecting them from, I think you're going to get a pretty solid addition to your collection. At least it's my opinion about it as we got into it. So with that all being said, let's dive into the home media series collection of Marvel Studios, The Marvels. Over here we have the DVD and the traditional Disney DVD font. We have just one of the main commercial posters they use for the film, which is Carol Danvers front and center with Photon and Miss Marvel right next to her, back to back, and then you have Nick Fury and Goose right beside her as well. Just the core pinnacle characters for this film. And then we have the logo. I'll talk about that in just a bit of a second. But in terms of just the actual poster, yeah, like, of course, it's going to be the floating heads gimmick. What else is really new about that? However, I do like it, the fact that even though, like, it is still trying to promote itself as this is the next Captain Marvel film, it is still very much trying to be a little bit of a balance of, like, just this is the three of them's adventure. This is just, again, the next thing for the MCU to witness, another culmination of just, well, not culmination, but like mini culmination of everything that Phase 4 and parts of Phase 5 has been leading to. Well, actually, mostly Phase 4. Let me actually take that back a second. Mostly stuff that they've been setting up in Phase 4, trying to come through. We do not count Secret Invasion, that show. If you mention it, I will not acknowledge it, at least for a while. And then going into the logo, which, again, you're still using the Captain Marvel font from the first movie, but they kind of, you know, changed it up a little bit, trying to include, again, this is Captain Marvel's font for her movies, and then obviously you have Photon's A as the new A, as from her insignia, and then you have Miss Marvel's S being for the Marvel. So again, I found that they found a way to, like, actually uniquely combine all of them. I will admit that just the naming of this team, like, obviously it's going to be a weird thing for Marvel Studios, The Marvels. I just, again, the naming was not the best. I'll just be completely honest with you. Even though it makes sense, it doesn't. Here we have all the fur kittens, Goose included, uniting. Oh, they're just so adorable. Really, really adorable. I feel like petting my cat once I'm done making this video. The tagline for the film, higher, further, faster, together. Some shots from the movie, and that's about it. You get no special features from this one. Why am I not surprised? And as we go on the inside of this, you just get the traditional gray disc with the logo. Nothing about says, so you're paying full price for this movie. So, I mean, in just the words of every DVD collector out there right now, what else is new? Now, before we move on to this beauty on the right, we do have a couple of extra ones that we don't have that physically, but for the others out there who are on the other spectrums of things. Next up is the Blu-ray version, which cover-wise is literally the same thing as the DVD, so you're not getting much of a difference. So if you are either DVD or Blu-ray collector, you are going to get the same exact image, which again, like I said before, the poster you know, not the worst one I've ever seen coming out of Marvel Studios before within the MCU, but again, you're getting what you're getting with that price point. However, you are getting some bonus features. You get a couple featurettes, you get a gag reel, and you also get a couple deleted scenes, and of course, obviously, a commentary from the director. So, and of course, you're going to get it in a much more, a little bit nicer quality in terms of the picture. So. There you go, in terms of just the Blu-ray format. Now for the standard 4K edition, it's a different cover. You get to see Carol, Kamala, and Monica equal level, equal in terms of just leveling. Carol using her powers, and both Monica and Kamala looking off into the distance together, and with just the logo. I do like that poster. I think, you know, they made so many good posters for this film that I was actually a little bit bummed when it came, like, going back to the Blu-ray release, where, like, you had so many extra. You could have literally just made it a little bit differently. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have been, it's going to be cheaper to, like, just repeat the same covers we saw that with Transformers Rise of the Beast not that too long ago. It's just like, you know, you already had those assets made, so, like, you weren't even having to make new ones. So for me, that doesn't really make a lick of sense. But yeah, so they include the same 4K features that we're going to get in the Steelbook, which we're going to take a look at the second. Sadly, before we go any further, as normally we would, from what I remember, is that Target and Walmart would get their own exclusive releases for home media. One would have a special Blu-ray or 4K version of it, and sans for the other one. Sadly, because of, again, I'm not surprised that Disney probably didn't want to invest too much into it, or Walmart, with the physical media kind of declination a little bit that is occurring right now in the world. They probably didn't want to produce too many of that, so sadly those collectible pins, if you were still collecting them, they are sadly come to an end for now. We'll see how Deadpool Wolverine picks that up if they do decide to continue it, but at least for right now, there is nothing specifically for a retailer, so you are going to buy, if you are just buying the basic 4K edition, you are going to get the same one anywhere else in the world, so do not expect anything much special than that. So sad to say, if you're that type of collector, well, I guess you're going to have to switch over back to just the regular Cinematic Universe editions going forward with that one. Now taking a look at the 4K Steelbook goodie, which is available now exclusively at Walmart. Yeah, still very, very weird for me to say, because sadly those days of picking them up at Best Buy are over. I want to say Guardians 3 was the last one to get this. This is the first MCU Steelbook you can only get at Walmart, so I do apologize if you were hoping for that Best Buy tag exclusivity going forward. That is come to an over with this one. Okay, in terms of the Steelbook art, I will commend them for making new art. It is very stylish, it's very unique, it very much fits the tone of the film. You have Carol in the back, kind of being like the godly figure, which she rightfully is, because she is one of the most powerful superheroes in the MCU still so far. And then Kamala and Monica both in, well, Kamala's more like concerned about what lies ahead of her, and Monica's kind of like getting ready for battle. I really do like it. I mostly want to really thank Disney for, like, again, putting in the extra effort to making something new. They could have literally pulled at Doctor Strange 2, Thor, even Quantumania, just reuse one of the old posters and made a Steelbook call it a day. They could have done that. They really could have. This was one of those films where, like, yeah, the performance wasn't that great. I would not be surprised they didn't want to invest too much into it. But I will give them so much credit for doing so. I really, really do appreciate that. The logo is the same, but you do get, like, a little bit of the shine from Carol's hair under there, so I found that to be pretty cool. And on the back, you get to see Goose floating in the middle of space, just being, oh, so adorable. Just so adorable. I love him so much. The two discs, the Blu-ray disc, which is going to be the same one you're going to get in your regular Blu-ray edition, is the poster I literally talked about before, with Carol, Kamala, and Monica literally getting slowly powering up for battle. And then the 4K disc is all the fur kittens just assembled, adorable and cute, and just, oh my god, these two are so adorable. Like, I want those cats. I really, really do. Sadly, Disney does once again do it with not really utilizing Side D. Side C is literally just one of the most adorable fur kittens I've ever seen in my entire life. She or he is so freaking cute. There is sadly nothing behind here, so I'm not even gonna bother to take a look at that, really. So yeah, Disney, why? I'm pretty sure there was tons of things you could have done, but you know what? You picked the cutest one, so I'm gonna give you credit there. Now getting over here with the J card, again, this is the first one to have the only at Walmart tagline, because going forward, nearly all new Steelbook releases will be officially released through Walmart, so you'll be getting this little one right here. You get the logo, and again, in a little bit in the stylistic art font that they were using before. Still the same logo, just you can tell by the tone and the shading of it that it is a little bit differently, and it does tell you what's already on the inside and what's included on this one. Then we get the backside, which we get the solo character posters kind of convoluted there. Nick Fury, Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, Kamala Khan, and the Fur Kittens. Same tagline, higher, further, faster. You get the same bonus feature here you're going to get basically in the Blu-ray and the regular 4K, which is the Entangled, the production diaries, gag reel, deleted scenes, and the audio commentary with Nia DaCosta and one of the VFX supervisors, which again, again, something is something. That's literally all I have to say on that matter. But yes, that's basically all you get with this one, with the Steelbook. Now, looking at its entirety, the entire whole media series for Marvel Studios, The Marvels, in the overall review of it, in the overall spectrum of it all, I do appreciate you do get some variety. Sadly, this is, I think, the least developed series you gotten for the whole media run in a while from the MCU. Sadly, again, it's a business model. It is also, physical media is sadly an industry that is becoming more and more questionable as we progress through year and year. I'm still very happy that we are getting these releases physically. You know, the Disney Plus releases have definitely kind of, incentivized that we are not coming to a close anytime soon, but at the same time, we are going to begin some cost-cutting measures because, releasing 5 to 6 separate different home media formats for all the major collectors is going to become a little bit of a question mark going forward, especially when you have a film that became the lowest grossing film in the MCU. Again, when you already invested a lot of money into that project, do you really want to invest more into the home media printing? And again, it comes to stock and demand. You have all these things sitting in a warehouse somewhere where, like, okay, all the hardcore fans already got them. Some are waiting for them to be on sale. It is what it is, sadly, with that. But I will give Disney at least the credibility that they were able to at least print out a whole run. You still got your independent DVD, still an independent Blu-ray, still an independent 4K, and still going a little bit of above and beyond when it comes to the Steelbook. Kind of giving in like a bit of like, more TLC that you got to a Wakanda Forever, to a Guardians Volume 3, to even the Disney Plus releases of recent years. I definitely do appreciate them doing that. However, it is still very much of a sign that we will see how Deadpool Wolverine turns out when we get to see that later this year, but at least for the time being, I do appreciate that they are putting in the effort, that they are acknowledging, like, yes, there is still a passionate fan base out there that is still willing to collect these, and let's at least put a little bit more effort into it. My recommendation is obviously the Steelbook. That is still the number one. Like, if you are going to get the most bang for your buck, I would recommend the Marvel Steelbook. But starting off with the DVD, again, if you are still buying them at base price, at like your Targets, your Amazon, and your Walmarts, you are spending like at most $20 on the movie. For me personally speaking, again, we are in this day and age where like DVDs are becoming just the movie printout, and that's it. You don't get anything extra special features wise on them anymore. Again, for me, as much as I like the movie, you can go check out our official movie review on Action X, but at least for me personally speaking, as a collector as well as a budgeter, I would say wait till the Marvels is on sale somewhere. I don't think it's worth $20 right now, because again, I don't think most DVDs are worth $20. And I do understand that is how, they're priced, like, you spend like already almost $20 for the movie in theaters, that you got to spend another $20 to have it at home, to own it forever. Again, I understand the cost it may be, but for the price point, I would recommend wait till you get a price drop. I did pick this up for about $10. I think that's a fair price for this movie. If you are paying $15, I think that's also another reasonable price. I don't think it's worth the $20 in my opinion on that one. Same with the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray, you are getting more special features for, so I do believe for that cost, $22 to $25 is a fair price for those. 4K, again, if you are a quality collector in terms of like you want to own these movies in the highest quality possible, definitely the 4K is for you. But if you are willing to spend a little bit more extra money, the Steelbook is definitely going to go a long way for you, because it looks stylistic, it looks different, it looks very much of a standout piece that you can have in your collection. Where again, the people who have not seen the Marvels yet, okay, it is what it is, sadly. You can watch it on Disney Plus now, you can now own them on physical media. I definitely would say give the Marvels a chance in that front, because, even though, yeah, for many people they didn't enjoy it for whatever reason that may be, okay, I respect your opinion, but if you are an MCU home media collector, this is still a must-buy for your series, whether you are getting it in the DVD or the regular format, or going all the way to the Steelbook edition. I still think this is well worthy of your collection, and definitely, it is still a film I still recommend you would check out and give it your own opinion, and definitely at least have it on your shelf as like, don't miss anything out. This is still canon. We will get massive repercussions to what is next from the MCU going forward out of this film, whether it's going to be within this year or in the next coming years. Who really knows? knows where the MCU is going. Again, this is getting posted before San Diego Comic-Con, where they should have a good panel of sorts. So, again, some of my statements might be predicting stuff. I really don't know. I'm not an insider, but at least at the end of the day, the Marvels is going to be a very important piece in the MCU going forward, whether you like it or not. And that's going to go the same with the whole media. You know, if you are collecting them thus far, just keep going. You know, again, it is what it is. You know, we are always going to have those mixed ones within the universe. You know, you're already 40 projects in. That's going to keep continuing. So, with that being said, yeah, I still recommend the Marvels to purchase them in home media. Obviously, best bang for your buck is Steelbook. If you are looking to care for the movie, the DVD is more than sufficient. Just wait for a price drop. Let me know down below, did you purchase Marvel Studios The Marvels in your home media collection? Yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I would love to talk to you about it. You know, I would always love to discuss things with fellow collectors out there. You can purchase Marvel Studios The Marvels in your retailers that do sell DVDs on Target, on Amazon, and Walmart. You can pick up the DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. I believe they're all in still stock in there. Sadly, the 4K Steelbook for Walmart has already been sold out by the time of this posting, so you will have to sadly go on eBay. I do apologize for that. It is what it is, sadly, at that point. You got to purchase these Steelbooks when they come out, otherwise you're going to spend a good amount of money on the back end of it. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to hear more of my thoughts on the Marvels, go check out our official review over on Action Egg on our other show after the theater. So please go support over there. Please go watch it. Please give us a view. Please give us a like. Leave a comment. I would love the engagement over there. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, favorite, share if you want to. Ring the bell. And of course, this has been Joe here from the Collection Compass. Thank you again so much for watching. But it's always to each other again. Please stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And as always, peace out.